Yes, I am out here, outside the prison. Mike, are you alright? I think we lost you for a second.
What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and just did my YouTube taxes today, so let's cheer up with some exciting news tonight. We're going to be talking about the Warzone engine possibly changing to Black Ops Cold War's engine, some new teasers for the Zombies Nuke event, and plenty of other surprises as well. Definitely stay tuned. But I almost forgot to show you guys my brand new YouTube ring. I got it a couple of days ago. Nice gift from my father with red rubies in it. I actually had an older YouTube ring that I got back in 2014, and it was time for an update. But how does it also feel that Season 2 Reloaded might bring us DLC 2 for Zombies, the Berlin map, according to Codename Pizza, but then when Season 3 starts, about, 2 weeks or so after that, on April the 22nd, we could end up seeing two big updates in a single day, the Treyarch Warzone map and the Easter egg added to the Zombies Outbreak mode. So much content to look forward to for Black Ops Cold War. That's why I'm like, why are people saying there's no content in this game? There's a lot of content already in the game already, let alone content that Treyarch has confirmed for future seasons. I'm like, what game are you guys playing, man? There's so much happening for Call of Duty this year, and they stuck true to their word, right? Treyarch said that this game would be the most updated Call of Duty in franchise history. But before I jump into the news, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and show some love to Sizzle for sponsoring tonight's video. Now, tonight's video is sponsored by Sizzle for Streamers. You can actually download Sizzle for Streamers for free thanks to the partnership we made just for you guys that support the channel. So, Sizzle is a platform that allows you to download automatic, action-packed highlights of your Twitch and YouTube streams within just 12 hours. It works for games like Warzone, Valorant, League of Legends, Fortnite, PUBG, Apex Legends, and even Garena Free Fire. Now, one of the greatest parts about Sizzle for Streamers is that there is no PC software required. Everything can be done on the website, and there's no app you need to download to do all of this magic. It's currently open to Twitch streamers with YouTube support coming very, very soon. Now, using Sizzle is actually very simple. You have to create an account on sizzle.gg, link your Twitch account that you stream on to allow Sizzle to detect your latest streams, and you want to make sure you click refresh on your stream dashboard to detect your latest live streams. You then select any one of your past streams, and with a couple of clicks, turn it into a Sizzle, and within 12 hours, your Sizzle will be there available to download. So it's actually funny, a couple of months ago I was saying that YouTube and Twitch should have a feature that somehow auto-generates highlights, and what do you know, it's a reality now thanks to Sizzle. So I'll be using this 100% with my longer Sunday streams to make sure that you always have the best moments to look back at in case you guys missed out on the stream itself. But don't forget, Sizzle is still in open beta, but any Sizzle made during the open beta period will be completely free, and you can download the app for free using the link down below in the description. Thank you to Sizzle for sponsoring tonight's video. But back to the video, I have decided that I'll be doing the Bombcast podcast that I have planned every Friday at around some point in the evening. I'll be deciding on a time exactly in the next couple of days. And every Thursday, I'll be posting exactly what topics I want to discuss in an upcoming podcast. And you guys can give feedback as to what you guys want to hear or what I should or shouldn't talk about. But I know for a fact the focus of the podcast will be Call of Duty, the YouTube community, content creation, things we want to get off our chest that aren't suitable for a regular video commentary. So I'm really looking forward to it. It won't replace my typical Sunday gameplay streams, but something extra I wanted to do here on my channel that I've been thinking about for quite some time. Hopefully you guys tune into that. But also, enjoy the beautiful background gameplay here on Rebirth. One of the best games I ever played on Rebirth. I mean, we were just going off one of those lobbies where people were just challenging way too much, but they got outplayed. So hopefully you guys have fun with that. But earlier today, we got a brand new broadcast for Warzone news, teasing the future Zombies Outbreak that's going to happen over the entirety of Verdansk. So as you guys know, the Zombies Outbreak has moved from the shipwreck to the prison. I was a bit surprised that it didn't just extend from shipwreck to the prison, it got replaced from one area to another. I'm like, why not just have two areas active at once with zombies? The Outbreak event is of course gone in Black Ops Cold War now, so you can't actually go to the shipwreck, activate zombies, do challenges. That's over with. So I get why they moved it from one place to another, but I'm like, it's feeling a bit slow and dragged out to have zombies only at one location at a time, especially on a big map like Verdansk. But the news broadcast didn't really give away too much, but I can guarantee you, as I said last week, we're going to get more of these broadcasts over the next couple of weeks for the remaining, 35 days of Season 2, kind of teasing the demise of Verdansk, teasing that zombies are going to take over and a nuke will be justified to just bomb the entire map, get rid of the zombies. That'll happen probably in the next few weeks. But on top of that, I saw some controversy surrounding the map Zoo. So I talked about this at the ending of yesterday's video. An image has surfaced, which I can't show you for obvious reasons, but you can very easily find it on Twitter now. An image has has surfaced of the map Zoo, not the one from Black Ops 1, but a new version of the map Zoo for Fireteam that'll be dropping in Black Ops Cold War soon. It's also going to be a part of the Treyarch Warzone map we'll be seeing at some point in April. So, like I said before, we're going to be seeing a lot of new areas added to this Treyarch Warzone map, but they're going to take those areas back and then make those separate Fireteam maps, combined arms, multi-team hardpoint. Definitely expect that. But with the map Zoo, the image itself has the blackout HUD on it, and I'm like, wait a second, now what's going on there? Are they playtesting the map with the blackout HUD? You know, are they actually moving Warzone to the Black Ops Cold War engine? A lot of controversy surrounding that. So here's what I'll say, right? As much as I do like the Black Ops Cold War engine over the Modern Warfare engine, I don't think it's logistically possible for them to significantly change Warzone from one engine to another without making people delete the application and reinstall it. I don't think a simple hotfix or even a big download can drastically change Warzone like that from one engine to another. I don't think it's going to happen. You know, anything's possible. Never say never, but judging from that image alone, it looks like that was probably a playtest of the Zoo Fireteam map that happened to use the blackout HUD for whatever reason. It probably wasn't a playtest for Zoo in the Warzone map that's dropping in April. Again, we could be wrong on that, but the image has been surfacing. People are, you know, automatically complaining, saying they better not throw Warzone onto the Black Ops Cold War engine. And I'm like, you know what? No matter what engine Warzone is on when the next map drops, Treyarch's in charge right now, along with Raven. So they're gonna make the map feel like it's a real Treyarch experience, kind of similar to Blackout, with the same energy, you know, zombies, Easter eggs, the same vibrancy, saturation, and colors. Definitely expect that. You know, I don't mind the Warzone movement or the engine. I prefer Black Ops Cold War, but still, I mean, I don't have an issue with the Treyarch Warzone map sticking with Modern Warfare's engine. But at the same time, it's like, look at the continuity there, right? We'll be playing, you know, Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, Fireteam, zombies, all on one engine. But then if you want to play the Treyarch Warzone map, you'll be back in the Modern Warfare engine with no FOV slider on console either. So kind of a step back, but maybe when this new Treyarch Warzone map drops next month, we'll end up seeing, you know, a massive overhaul to the mode over on next-gen consoles so that we have FOV slider for Warzone on PS5, Xbox Series X. But I do hope the people that don't like Warzone give the mode a chance when Treyarch's map releases, because I get it, right? Verdansk is a bigger map, a lot slower gameplay, a lot of camping. I mean, the actual colors of the map aren't great either, so it's just this gray, dull, massive map. I understand that, right? But if you want more action, you want to get used to the Warzone engine, play Rebirth. Trust me, that is the map to get used to the engine, get used to the gunplay. Definitely give it a shot, right? Get prepared for how Warzone may feel even when the Treyarch map releases towards the end of April. But Treyarch ended up wishing a happy birthday to Warzone the other day on its 1-year anniversary, while also teasing that more is to come for the mode. They have things planned that they haven't officially announced, but plenty of teasers have already dropped for the next move that Warzone's going to be seeing when it comes to Treyarch taking over. So I would have wished that Treyarch's map would have released by now, but it's alright. You know, they're dropping it at the beginning of Season 3, supposedly, so that's still, you know, a little under halfway for Black Ops Cold War's life cycle. It looks like what they're doing with this Zombies Outbreak event is prolonging the Zombies Outbreak itself to kind of build up to Season 3. And again, I think no more than 2 weeks is what I would expect for a build-up for an event. Anything past that, people are going to be impatient, right? You know, it's going to feel like it loses its charm when we get a pawn takes pawn type of situation where you have week upon week upon week where it's just kind of the same old teasers, the same formula happening, when we're like, all right, just get us to the end already. I'm okay with different styles of marketing, like pawn takes pawn, but when you prolong that multiple weeks, people lose interest like that, and it just doesn't help the community whatsoever. You see a lot more complaining like that. But starting now until April the 22nd, I would say, when Season 3 is supposed to start, we'll be seeing, I would say, 1, if not 2 to 3 zombie outbreaks at a time on Verdansk. I'm hoping for multiple, right? We should be able to see 4 to 5 zombie outbreaks across different points of Verdansk. The map is big enough to support that. I get Blackout maybe wasn't, but Warzone definitely is. So hoping that we see more action with the zombies over on Verdansk instead of just seeing it move from one place to another for a good, 30 plus days. That's going to get frustrating, but I wouldn't be shocked either if we ended up just getting 1 zombie outbreak per week, I should say. But on top of that, maybe with the pandemic, we would have gotten something bigger for the 1-year anniversary of Verdansk. Maybe they would have dropped the Treyarch map on the 1-year anniversary, or at least heavily marketed the new Warzone map by doing the Nuke event. Maybe something bigger was planned, but they had to push it back because of COVID. They had to prolong the zombies outbreak, take things slow, and kind of wait a little bit longer before dropping the next big Warzone map. At the very very least, we have Rebirth, which is a ton of fun, as you guys see in the gameplay as well. And with Rebirth, I'm like, all right, it was easier for them to put into this game since it's a reskin of Alcatraz from Blackout. So same layout from Black Ops 4, just a couple different areas, a different identity now, taking place in a different part of the world, and it's fine. But with that, it's like, look, if you don't like Warzone because of Verdansk, please try Rebirth at least once to get used to the gunplay, because the engine isn't the problem, it's the map, it's the level designing. That's what my issue is with Verdansk. Rebirth is just fine, I have no issue playing in the Modern Warfare engine whatsoever. Now, we also got a brand new tweet from Tom Henderson earlier today where he said, it looks like the image of the new Fireteam map Zoo, which is also a point of interest in the new Warzone map, has started circulating around. We can get this map mid-season for Fireteam and Outbreak. So, like I said, Season 2 Reloaded might bring us a really interesting roadmap with a surprise like Zoo, right? A map we didn't expect to see until the next Warzone map. Might be coming as soon as the mid-season update. And we also don't know if Golova is a dirty bomb map, or is it just a map for multi-team hardpoint. I'd assume Golova is big enough to handle Dirty Bomb, but like Treyarch said in the past, we're going to get other modes aside from Dirty Bomb added to the big Fireteam maps. And Tom also went ahead and said that we're getting at least 4 to 5 more Fireteam maps, all basically ported from the new Warzone map. So I've been saying this for months as well, right? Expect plenty of areas in Treyarch's new Warzone map to be broken up into Fireteam sections, combined arms maps, possible 6v6 experiences, and even gunfights. I'm not surprised about that whatsoever, but it's also still unclear if Sanatorium is going to get Outbreak support at some point next season. It probably will, but considering all the water on that map, Treyarch probably has to extensively play test it to make sure that people aren't finding ways to exploit in the water, get God mode, unlimited battle pass progression by going AFK, avoiding the zombies. My fingers are crossed for some support for that map. On top of that, we have some Morse code that was solved by the man himself, Watford for the win. And the Morse code that I talked about yesterday actually translates to the following statement. Conflagration definitely expected. So you're like, wait a second, what does conflagration mean? It's a weird word, right? And the word actually means an extensive fire which destroys a great deal of land or property. So if you needed more confirmation of a nuke event, there you have it. Direct confirmation from Activision themselves in a recent blog post. It's happening. I mean, I understand, right? Last year was a bit strange because at around this time, people were like, yeah, there's a nuke event happening, something big's gonna go on, and we were thinking it was gonna happen as soon as like May. And we thought it would coincide with the Black Ops Cold War reveal, but it didn't. It just never happened. And then when the Cold War reveal happened, we had a live event, it was a lot of fun. Nuke event still didn't happen though. We're like, wait, when is that nuke gonna take off? And you know, soon we realized, we're like, all right, maybe it's gonna be a transition from Verdansk to the Treyarch map, and that's what it was, and that's what it will be when we see this in a couple of weeks. But people out there are still like, yeah, it's clickbait, there's no nuke event. I'm like, there's literally confirmation of it by now. What are you talking about? Who are these people, right? And we also have an emergency broadcast which talks about a containment protocol for Verdansk. And as you've probably noticed on the trial machine over at the prison now, it still says 5% as it did over in the shipwreck. And that's what I'm saying, right? If the zombies had spread from shipwreck to the prison and zombies were available at both spots at once, the number would be at 10%, 15%, maybe a bit higher. It's still at 5. And I'm assuming we're not going to nuke the map until it gets to 80%, 90%, maybe even 100. So it'll take the rest of the season, another 30 days, before we see the entire map taken over by some Black Ops Cold War zombies. But as I also said earlier, right, Season 2 Reloaded will inevitably have its own roadmap that should contain plenty of surprises that we haven't heard about yet. Multiplayer map remakes, new modes, some new weapons, surprise operators. Let's see, but we'll probably end up getting the Zombies Plague event on that roadmap. And we talked about the Plague event a couple of videos ago. The event sounds interesting. We're going to have zombies all over the entirety of Verdansk. We got to kill them. And then you have two options of either exiting to escape or nuking the map. And then it's like, all right, when you nuke the map, what happens? Is the game over? You get to play on Verdansk while it's nuked out afterwards? Lots of questions, and I'm like, storyline-wise, we're still confused. It's like, all right, we're gonna nuke Verdansk, then what? Is it a cliffhanger until Modern Warfare 2, a year and a half from now? I can't speak, because we might not see Verdansk again until Infinity Ward's next game, 2022. They might get rid of the map for that long, and then we have Treyarch's map next month, and then Sledgehammer's map, you know, in about maybe a year's time as well. Let's see what they're gonna do with that. But also, storyline-wise, it's like, okay, we're gonna nuke Verdansk, but then we're going back to the 1980s for the Euro Mountains Treyarch map. How does that work? We have Modern Warfare operators going to the 1980s for Treyarch's map. I mean, how do you make that make sense? Is it time travel, dark ether? We're all confused about that, but it's like I said, even last year with Blackout, or 2 years ago with Blackout, don't make the Battle Royales canon to the story. Just have them there, purely there for gameplay, just for fun. crossing over Black Ops and Modern Warfare. Don't make it tie into the campaign universe, the zombies universe. It's cool if they can make it work, but it's still getting real messy with having to cross over both games, and on top of that, making zombies and campaign all work with this Battle Royale storyline. It's getting crazy, so we need a new timeline, right? We had the Black Ops 3 timeline, which was great. We need an updated one that includes Modern Warfare and Warzone. And last but definitely not least, we have the Gilded Age Pro Pack for Stitch, a phenomenal looking gold skin, and it only costs $20, right? You guys are like, wait a second, $20? Yeah, it's expensive, but here's the thing. The pack has value of over $40 because this pack comes with 2,400 COD points. Yes, you buy the bundle for $20, American that is, and then once you buy the pack, you then get 2,400 COD points on top of that added to your account. So you could say, yeah, you pay for the COD points, but you're getting a pack that would probably also cost 2,400 COD points. The skin, the 2 weapon blueprints, an emblem, a calling card. That's some great value. We don't have many bundles in this game that just cost actual money, not COD points. They come with COD points too. Crazy deal, but hopefully you guys take advantage of that. I definitely copped the skin since it's definitely worth it. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on all the information regarding the next step for Warzone, the thoughts on Zoo, the controversy about the Warzone engine, and how do you guys feel about the Zombies Nuke event, which has kind of been dragged on a bit and will be dragged down for another 30 days or so. But still looking forward to Season 2 Reloaded and Season 3 nonetheless. That is about it. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everyone.